Welcome to the first of our educational video series on rent-to-own housing. My name is Mike Parker. I'm with Progressive Real Estate Solutions, rent-to-own housing company based in Barrie, Ontario. This is lesson number 1, an introduction to our rent-to-own housing program. So why rent-to-own? The main reason that anyone would rent-to-own would be due to their inability to obtain their own financing. Some of the reasons might be a lack of down payment, bumpy or no established credit, your inability to prove income, new business for self, or recent bankruptcy, or a consumer proposal. What is rent-to-own? It's a rental agreement with an option to purchase the property for a predetermined price before a predetermined time. You do not have to purchase the property. However, if you enter into any rent-to-own agreement with an option to purchase, obviously your priority should be to purchase the property at the end of the term. How is it structured? Landlord and yourself, taking a look at today as an example, you'd have a rental contract and an option contract. Inside these contracts, taking a look at the rental contract or the lease contract, there's the term, obviously, how long is it set up for, what your monthly rent payments would be, and the conditions. Some of those conditions might be how you care for the property, things like that. On the option side, what your final purchase price will be for the property, what your monthly payments will be to secure the final purchase price on the property. This could also be considered your forced savings, depending on how it's set up. This would be the payment that would make sure that you have a minimum 5% down payment credit at the end of the term. And again, some of the conditions within that contract that would apply. So today, for example, if you did enter into a rent-to-own contract, the investor, the landlord, does actually own the property. They're responsible for the mortgage, the taxes, and the house insurance. Whereas yourself, while you're renting to own, you're responsible for the rent to the landlord, paying the monthly option credits to the landlord, and the content insurance, or your personal property insurance. Taking a look going through, this is a 3-year example while you're renting to own. Again, you have the two parties, the landlord and the tenant. At the end, whenever it comes time for you to basically come to fruition on your contract, that point there would be a purchase and sale contract that would come into play. And at that point there, whenever that is executed, that's whenever you would become the actual homeowner. Now obviously in that time period going into buying the property, that's whenever it's critical for you to make sure that you can get your own financing, and we help make sure along the way that you will be able to achieve your own financing, and we qualify you up front with very strict measures, meaning that we want to make sure you're going to be able to buy it at the end, and there'll be more on that in our next video on how you qualify. So if this makes sense at this point, you can go to our website and fill out an application online. There's no obligation. I promise you're not going to receive a bunch of emails, and no one will be calling you over and over again. Visit us at www.prores.ca, or you can email us at info@prores.ca, and of course you can see the phone number there where you're welcome to give us a call at any time. So watch for lesson number 2 on how you can qualify for our program.